everyone, and welcome in. Today is Monday, and normally I do a weekend vlog, but I decided that this time I was going to do a very realistic day in the life. So it's Monday, it's a little after 8. I got up early this morning, got ready. I have an appointment at 9 that I need to get to. It takes me about 15 minutes to get there, but because it's 8 o'clock, I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a little bit of breakfast. I was doing a little bit of work this morning for the agency, because I work from home. I get to kind of do some things like on my own time. Joaquin wants to say good morning. Say hi. Good morning. But I'm gonna make myself my usual breakfast. It's very, very simple. I've been on a cornflake kick for quite a while. So I like to do just gluten-free cornflakes because I have a celiac marker and I also have GERD, which is an overproduction of stomach acid. So I have to be really careful about the things that I eat. So I just like to do a little bit of cornflakes in the morning with almond milk and a scoop of protein and collagen. So that's what we're gonna have this morning. Are you gonna eat the cornflakes? So the protein powder that I use in the morning is from Axe and Sledge, and this is a brand that my husband and I both love because it's really easy on the digestion, but also the flavors. I mean, they taste amazing. This is the marshmallow milk, which literally makes your cornflakes taste like Frosted Flakes. It's so good. So it's like really nice in the morning if you like to have something sweet for breakfast. I definitely recommend this brand. And then the collagen that I use is from Sports Research. It's good for your hair, your skin, your nails, your joints. It's gluten-free. It's hydrolyzed type 1 and 3. So it's really, really good for you. And I really like this brand. It dissolves right into your milk. So there's no grittiness or, no weird taste. It's absolutely like unflavored. So this is the one that we really, really like. So, and normally I'll put like strawberries or something like that in it. The strawberries are not in season right now, and so they're expensive, and they're honestly just not that great. So we are just gonna have it plain. I might have an egg with this as well because I have time, so I might do some eggs and egg whites too. But this is my easy go-to breakfast where I can get a little bit of carbs in the morning and my like sort of kickstart to my protein, because Axe and Sledge has like 25 grams of protein in it. So immediately I'm getting protein in my body, which really helps if you sort of like load earlier in the day. If you don't get it, towards the end of the day, it's like you've already gotten quite a bit of protein in the morning. So it's a little bit less stressful to get it all in, but it's like eating Frosted Flakes. Real good. I gotta take my vitamins. I've been taking Mary Ruth's multivitamin for hair growth, and I had this in the liquid as well, but I sort of switched to the gummies. It's like a clump of gummy vitamins in here, but I really like these vitamins. I don't know that I like the gummies necessarily, but I really like the liquid one. I felt like that was really effective. But you gotta get your vitamins in. I've definitely found that I like anything that feels like a treat. So like my breakfast feels like a treat, even though it's protein and it's gluten-free and all that kind of stuff. It feels like, I get to be a kid and have a little something sweet in the morning, or when I'm taking vitamins, a gummy, it's like eating candy kind of thing. I know, it's very like, it's a little immature, but I like it. So this morning, I have my mammogram. Not the most exciting thing, definitely not something that we look forward to, but if you're in your 40s and you're a woman, you know how important it is. But yeah, definitely not the most exciting thing, but so incredibly important. So I just want to take a moment to say that if you've been avoiding it or you haven't had one yet, you should definitely go and get one. It's incredibly important. Your health is always the most important thing because you could have a million problems in your life, but if something goes wrong with your health, then you only have one problem because it will literally take over everything. You cannot handle anything if you are not in tip-top shape or feeling like your best self. So we want to make sure that we stay on top of these things. And yeah, so that's my PSA. I am finally on my way. I'm running a little bit behind, shocking. But I just want to say I love fall, as do so many people out there. They get to do the decorating, wear the cute fall clothes, the jackets, the boots, the tights, all that good stuff. And I live in Florida, if you don't know. And I just walked outside and it is like the inside of someone's mouth. It is hot and it's like steamy and the humidity here is just like out of control, and I just feel like I get gypped on fall because I can't wear any fall clothes. Like I'm wearing jeans right now and I'm regretting it because it's so warm, and all I want to do is wear the cute fall clothes and the jackets and the sweaters and be cozy and drink my pumpkin spice lattes and all that good stuff. And I'm like, it's just so hot. It's like eternal summer here. And I love seasons and the changing of the leaves, and I have not experienced that in so long. I mean, most of my life I've lived in Florida, so for me it's like I just feel like I'm getting gypped. I was watching this vlog earlier this morning of this girl, and she was like doing all the fall decorating and everything, and I was just like, oh man, because we're moving in a couple weeks, so we're not getting anything new, we're not decorating, we're not doing any of that stuff. So I'm just a little envious of that, but I also know that ultimately it's all for the best and it's fine. But you know, Halloween and October is just like my absolute favorite season and month and all the things, and this year I'm definitely not getting to enjoy any of it for sure. Well, that was fairly quick and painless for the most part. It was in and out about 20-25 minutes. Definitely not the most enjoyable experience, but very, very necessary. I have to say that for me, because I have implants, they have to do all my photos twice. So they do it with the implant, and then they have to sort of like push the implant back to get my actual just breast tissue. And because I have like no breast tissue, you guys, I was so flat when I got my implants 25 years ago, mind you. That's how long I've had them. 25 years, don't come at me. There was a lot of reasons why I ended up getting them done. But so yeah, not the most comfortable experience, and it pinched my arm too. She like got my arm in there, but I'm glad that I did it. I'm always glad that I get it done, because again, we want to make sure that everything is healthy, and you know, just keeping up on these types of things, especially when you get a little bit older. So like I'm in, you know, my mid 40s. This is the time when it's like really important to start just staying on top of this stuff. So now I'm gonna go home and do a little bit more work.
La probabilité pour que le chauffeur de Kim Kardashian ait un lien, même indirect, avec les malfaiteurs.
All right, I've been trying to get a little bit of work done. Right now I'm actually going through a talent who we recently signed, just had photographers send over some digitals. So I'm going through digitals to see, because he wanted me to check and see which ones I wanted. So just to give you a little behind the scenes of what it is that I do as a new talent director for a modeling and talent agency. This is what he sent over. So these are the images that I'm going through to see which ones I think would be the best for him. So we have all different options here. And with our market, we are commercial, so that's very smiley and happy. So I'm always going to lean more towards happy, personality-driven photos. If this were more of a fashion market, then it would be not smiling, a little bit more serious. But you can see here, we like the smiling, and he's giving both. So if he has representation in fashion, then those would be better for them. And then the other thing that I did was a social media post for the agency, because I'm now taking over their social media. The lovely gentleman who used to do that for us is moving on Wednesday to New York. So I'm taking over his job. And so now, I'm taking over the social media and doing reels like this. Just to showcase like our talent who had any bookings in the last week. They have been really slow on doing social media posts. So like last week when I did it, it was for the whole month of September, and it was a lot of people to include in a reel. So this way I'm like, okay, let's try to do this weekly, so that way we can just showcase, like, you know, the couple of people are the people that only booked for that week, so that it's not so overwhelming, and we can kind of make it more of like a spotlight moment for talent. So I'm just about done getting caught up on this stuff, and it's almost 11 at this point. I'm definitely not hungry yet after breakfast, so I will try to eat before I go to the gym though. I'm not sure what time Chris is getting home, so that might not be till like 1 or 2, but I definitely need to make sure that I eat before we leave. These two. Hey guys. I'm now gonna run to the agency to speak with my boss, aka Ryan Marshall, the owner and agent at Marshall Talent, which is the agency that I work for. And I have a little bit of a powwow just to confirm that some of the new tasks that I'm taking over that I did this morning, I just want to make sure that everything was done the way that he wanted it to be done, so I can just be sure that I'm checking and ticking all the boxes when I start to upload their onboarding information, which is not something that I was doing before, but I'm doing now. And so this morning was my first one, so I just want to make sure I'm doing everything properly. But yeah, so we're gonna go into the agency for a minute. All right, I'm back from the office. Husband is home. I'm dressed and ready for the gym, but I did not have a chance to eat a proper lunch, and since we're wanting to go sooner rather than later, I need to come up with a snack. Okay, I settled on a little bit of breakfast. So basically what I've done is 1 egg, a half a cup of egg whites, and a banana with a little bit of honey on it. So I'm getting some protein, I'm getting my carbs, and then the honey, that sugar is actually going to act like a pump. So when I'm working out, my muscles will fill up and the gym was not great. it was not great today, and let me tell you why. And I think that this is really important. So when I got dressed to go to the gym, like some of my favorite gym clothes were in the wash. And so the shorts that I put on are from a brand that I really like, Crop Shop Boutique, and I have quite a few of their pieces. But this specific short is from one of their collaborations, and the sizing is off on this particular collaboration as far as I'm concerned. So I got my usual size and they were teeny tiny. So I set them back and I sized up and they were still teeny tiny. But I didn't want to deal with sending them back again because they're in Australia and shipping takes forever. So I was like, all right, I'll just keep them. So I don't really wear them very often. Anyway, I decided to put them on, and I didn't have a sweatshirt or t-shirt or anything today. So it was like, it's just one of those things where you feel like one of those Pillsbury crescent roll packages when it's popped and you're kind of like, your skin and stuff is kind of hanging over. It was just, I did not feel good going into the gym. And I feel like when you are in a space where you feel uncomfortable in your outfit and your skin at that moment, like you're not going to perform to your 100%. And that was definitely me today. I just felt like, just not good. So yeah, that's kind of what happened. I did my workout and then I did some stretching, but it was like, as soon as I got home, I was like, I'm taking these shorts off. They're miserable and I'm just gonna throw them away, because what's the point of holding on to them if I don't want to wear them? And when I do, I don't feel good. Like, there's no point in having that taking up space in my wardrobe. So I'm gonna get rid of those, but I need a snack. My husband is out doing his walk, one of two. I will go with him on the second one, but he's doing 10,000 steps a day. He's challenging himself to lose 20 pounds in 9 weeks. You can follow that along. I know I spoke about that earlier, I believe, on 3V Training, which is our training channel and our business that we run together. But yeah, I'm trying to be as supportive as I can to make sure that he's getting his steps in and things he wants to do. But since I am not trying to lose 20 pounds, I'm gonna eat. This is one of my favorite post-workout snacks. It's one serving of 0% Greek yogurt. So it's non-fat and it's like 18 grams of protein. And then I just threw in some frozen blueberries and almonds and then drizzled it with honey. If you want to put like a scoop of protein powder in here, you can do that, like chocolate chips, like whatever you feel like. But I like to keep mine on the plain side. And that way I get some protein in, I get a little bit of sweetness. The blueberries are great for things like inflammation, and then of course your almonds are your healthy fat. And it's like all the things that you need for a post-workout if you don't want to do like a shake. So now that I've had my snack, I'm actually going to do a little prep for dinner. I'm not quite sure what we're having yet, but I do know that we have cucumbers that are sort of on the verge, and we love to have tzatziki in our house. And I make it homemade using the same Greek yogurt that I just had as a snack. So this is the one we get from Costco. We go through quite a bit. And then cucumber, some fresh dill, lemon, salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic. It's super easy to make and it tastes really good. It's filling and it's just like a really nice, light, healthier sauce that we can have in the house. And since Chris is on a really, really strict diet right now with his calorie intake, this is really good for him. So I'm just gonna use I use about a half a cucumber. I love when I'm recording something and then it doesn't record. So we grated our cucumber into paper towel and gotten all of the water out of it, or at least as much as possible, because we don't want watery tzatziki. So it really does end up just kind of looking like this, which is what we want. So that's pretty much the whole recipe. It's really simple, and everything is kind of to taste really, but it's incredibly easy, and again, low calorie, high protein, and just kind of, you know, a little something to jazz up your food if you're kind of tired of eating the same thing all the time, which we have a tendency to do in this house. Decided for dinner that I'm doing some leftover salmon that we made a couple of days ago, and a little bit of rice that we just made in our rice cooker. I'm going to put a little bit of the sauce that I just made on top. This is my dinner. It's pretty typical.
I don't know. No. He's telling the truth. But Anthony worked for and he said that he was just going to stay with some hope that he
All right, so my husband went for his second walk of the day, and it's like 7:30, and I decided that my time would be better spent doing a little nighttime routine. So we are going to take a little shower and relax and just get ready for bed. So the first thing I'm going to do this evening is dry brushing. And this is something I like to do a couple times a week. And I have this one that I got, actually it was a free gift with purchase from Mother. And this was actually quite a while ago. So I want to say maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. But I like this one because it's not super hard, so it doesn't hurt when you do it. It's just, it definitely stimulates and you can feel it, but it's not painful. It's like you can actually stand it. I always like to start from the feet and come up the legs, and then the torso, and then the arms, because you're supposed to bring everything towards your heart. And you just kind of do it in like circular motions. And this is going to help with things like your circulation. It's supposed to help with like lymphatic drainage, that kind of stuff too. So just really kind of depuffs and gets rid of just any kind of like water retention stuff you have. So this is actually really great, something I like to do like the morning after I've had a couple drinks, that sort of thing. So we're just going to finish up and then take a quick shower. Okay, shower is done, and I do have a little bit of a hack for you. I always keep a bottle of fractionated coconut oil in the shower, and then I put this all over right before I get out, and what happens is it gets absorbed into the skin, so it makes your skin really soft, but also it gets heated up by the hot water in the shower, so when you get out, you don't get cold and all those dreaded goosebumps, especially after you just shave your legs, which I just did. Okay, so I've been using, because I don't have my pads that I normally like for exfoliating, I've been using this sample that I got from Kate Somerville. which I had never used her stuff before, and this is the BHA. So I just put some on my fingers and my hands, and then just pat it onto the skin. I actually have been really liking it, so I think I might actually purchase it. It doesn't have the best fragrance though. But I put it on my neck and down on my chest, and always on the backs of my hands, because those are the places that show off your age the most. And then I kind of let that sink in a little bit and get absorbed before I add my PCA Hyaluronic Serum. If you've watched my videos, you know how much I love this serum. Just a little bit on the fingers, and then right into the skin. It's just so hydrating, it feels so good. And then the last step for my face is the PCA Collagen Hydrating Moisturizer. Again, that's just all over. Down the neck. So now, because I shaved my legs in the shower, I'm gonna do a little body care. So I got the necessary retinol for the body, and I like to use a couple pumps in my hands, and then I'm gonna put it just on the backs of my legs. This is really good for texture, things like skin tightening, if you have any bumps or cellulite, crepey skin, all that kind of stuff that happens when we get older. And then the last thing I'm going to do is use the body oil from Necessaire that I just purchased. I really like it. I like using it at night. It just really hydrates the skin and gives you a little bit of a glow. And by the time you wake up in the morning, it's all absorbed. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm all set and ready for bed. And I just want to say thank you so much for spending the day with me. And if you have any suggestions, any videos you'd like to see from me, any questions, don't hesitate to drop a comment below. I read everything. I just want to make sure that I'm bringing you the content that you are interested in. So I hope you have an incredible week, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, guys.